boys and girls, it's yet another episode of that show. I'm your host, John Boyner. I'm going to try to cut all the crap today. Simply put, we're discussing what matters. Now, these two were so dynamic, were so influential, were so eccentric that I had to invite them back on the show. Can we give it up for Josie and Rebecca? Rebecca, Josie.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. Now, it's been a few years since I've seen them. Can you give us a brief update on what you ladies have been up to? Start with Josie. Start with Rebecca.
I work at a children's museum.
Clap that up.
And I still have my YouTube channel and I still go to school.
Yes, and keep subscribing and commenting and liking. And no dislikes. And Josie, what you up to, girl?
I'm still going to school, working, and playing soccer. That's it.
You put education first, you're going to go far in life. That's FDR said that, FDR. We're going to go right into the great discussions that we have picked up. We're going to go back to effective pickup lines. Because I feel last episode that y'all really broke it down. You know, you really brought it to home front, to home plate, and discussed what matters most when we're dealing with the efficacy of pickup lines. Let's discuss our first one. I wish I were cross-eyed so I could see you twice. Oh, see that one. Y'all like that one. Let's get your thoughts on that one. On the most topical level.
Okay, but where would you be hearing this? In person or like through messages?
Now see, that's a good question. That's a great question.
In person I'll just giggle, and then in person in person I'll giggle, right. And then like through messages I'll just get like LOL, and then that's on you if you like continue the conversation.
But that is a message that could keep a conversation ball rolling, if you will.
And you know how to shoot your shot after the LOL. Yeah.
Shoot her shot. Josie, what do you think?
That's hard too, because honestly, if you were to text me that, I'd be like, what? Is this an episode of You?
Yeah.
But no, in person, yeah, I'd probably just laugh and just I don't know what to say.
If he was able to hit that Pennywise cross-eye, I can't do it, I don't want to go blind. But if he was able to hit that cross-eye, would that work?
What?
You know, would that add the flair?
I wouldn't laugh if you came up to me like that, because I'd be like, I don't want to offend you.
Okay, that's respectful. Okay. Let's get their thoughts on this next pickup line. Are you a parking ticket? Because you've got fine written all over you.
I'd be like, come pay my expenses.
Oh, that's good. That's a good response. What do we think? Would this work in the field?
I think so.
You think that would work? Okay.
It's funny.
No, I don't like parking tickets.
No, none of us like parking tickets. Is that pushing the envelope, though, in the era of Me Too by probably a young man in your case talking to you, calling you fine? Is that pushing is that kind of like?
No, I feel like fine's okay, but if you use the word sexy, it's just like, oh, go away.
Josie?
I don't know, I thought it was funny, so it would work.
Yeah,
it would work.
I think that's what Becca was saying too. It just passes to where, you get the parking ticket reference. None of us like parking tickets, but you find them. Let's get to our next pickup line. I believe we had 3. If I could rearrange the alphabet, I would put you and I together. Oh, clap that up. Can I get some oohs and ahs from the live studio audience? That's an oldie but goodie. That's the Dr. Seuss of pickup lines. What do you think? Would that work?
I mean, it wouldn't work for me, but I would think it was like, oh, good try, Good try.
Yeah, okay. It wouldn't work for Josie. Rebecca?
It wouldn't work for me. Because when you say you, I think of the show You, and I don't want that to happen.
We don't want that. We're no white kids talking. Now, I just want to acknowledge the great divide between you and I. That's 12 letters. So this person's saying if I could rearrange it, think about it. Kenny, that's a lot of rearranging. They're putting in a lot of effort to get y'all together. That's deep. So deep, put her to sleep. Now that's Ice Cube. That was me. That was Ice Cube. But bottom line, what do y'all think? No? We're going with no for this pickup line? Okay, and I respect that.
The funny ones are better. Like, those are more, like, effective.
Yeah, but...
It's a play on words, like the parking ticket one. That's a play on words. It's like you thought, of how it connected, like it's funny.
Yeah, I like that. Now let's get to our next topic of discussion. What would Frankie Vontae do? Were you ladies on the show before for this? I think y'all appreciated it too, because Frankie Vontae is such a revolutionary in what he does and how he does things. So we're going to hop right into Frankie Vontae. Let's just give the brief bio one more time. Gang member, in prison 34 times, escaped 36 times. He's broken into prison, steroid and Viagra user, and a herpes survivor. That's Frankie Vontae. That's Frankie Vontae for you. Let's get to our first scenario. Trey goes to rob a liquor store, but forgets his gun. What does he use to hold up the clerk? A, a napkin. B, 2 bags of sour Skittles discounted at 99 cents. His hand in the shape of a gun. Or D, he doesn't rob the store at all.
C.
Okay, so we got both going with C, his hand in the shape of a gun. Why do y'all think, now we're dealing with a gang member, we're dealing with somebody that escaped prison 36 times, broke in, got out. Y'all think he's just going, I'm not Trey. I'm not, what y'all think? Y'all, we're gonna go, now I personally, Frankie Vontae, when I posited this question, his mind was blown. You know, and he was like, gosh, John, I'm gonna really go deep for this response. He gave me a response of B. He said 2 bags of sour Skittles discounted at 99 cents. He said if thrown at the proper angle, those Skittles could injure the clerk and free the register. That's creative. Now that's good thinking. Let's give it up for Trey. We have a second scenario for our boy Frankie Vontae. Frankie Vontae is living alone. He hears someone downstairs in his house late in the night. He hates cops. Who's he gonna call? A, he calls Ghostbusters. B, he calls his grandmother. C, he calls his cousin Ray Ray. D, Negro, please. Frankie Vontae handles his own business. He wouldn't call anybody.
B.
D and B. Let's start with Josie. Josie, why do you say B? Why is he gonna call grandma?
Maybe he's like, that's his like rock or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Could be his rock. Remember that song? Rock, Rebecca?
I said D.
You said D? Now, why do you say D?
Because he's been in and out of jail. He can handle his own business.
Well, the results are in. As I spoke to Frankie Vontae on this, he actually was insulted at the question because he thought I would know the answer automatically. And I said, Trey, yo, calm down, Trey. I don't want you to go to prison on me. The response that he gave to me was A. He calls Ghostbusters. He claims his favorite film is Ghostbusters. I don't get it, but that's Frankie Vontae. We're not paying together. Let's go to our next topic of discussion. This is the heated debate. Now, the last time I presented the heated debate, they didn't quite understand the point, the premise, the point of the heated debate. What you're supposed to do is I'm going to give essentially 2 choices, and one of you must decide one, and one of you must decide the other, and do your best to hold down, stand your ground, and defend that point. And our live studio audience will decide whose point is more valid and who has defended it. These topics can end friendships. These can make you hate me so much. Let's get right into it. Let's get the topic going.
I'm about to
Del Taco versus Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
So you're going Taco Bell has the edge, so you're gonna go with Del Taco.
I'm like, this is hard. I don't eat any of them.
Yes, you do eat Del Taco.
No. Okay, so Del Taco.
Del Taco. Rebecca, you asserted with confidence and boldness. You clearly said Taco Bell. Why?
Yeah.
Why Taco Bell?
Because Taco Bell is just so much better than Del Taco.
So Rebecca is saying she likes having diarrhea for 3 weeks after she eats Taco Bell. Josie, Del Taco, what you think?
Okay, Del Taco because it has the Spanish word dead, so they have, they have the first step.
Is taco a Spanish word?
Yes, but bell, I'm gonna ring the bell. Like, why do I have to ring the bell for tacos?
That's a very good point. Is there anything else? Is there anything else you want to say on either side? Because our live studio audience is about to decide.
Okay, so I had both. Okay, so Taco Bell, the first time I had it was on campus because I go to school. And then Del Taco, I was like, everybody's raving about it. So they were trying to have me hop on the Del Taco wave and not the Taco Bell wave. So I went to the one that's like they opened by my house. Yeah. And it sucks. Like everything was so bad. Like it was cold, nasty, and I was like, yep, never again.
Could it have been?
That's why you don't go to the bell.
No, it was Del Taco.
I thought you said that's Taco
No,
Bell.
Taco Bell I went to at school. That's when
Oh.
I first tried Taco Bell.
I thought you said Del Taco.
She thought
the
she
other one.
said Del
I
Taco.
thought you said the
I
other one.
cannot inject in these conversations to the degree that I would sway my dear live studio audience to a certain side. But who do you guys think won the debate between Del Taco and Taco Bell? That's right. That's just what I wanted to hear. Both are correct. Thank you.
not trying to
Thank
end
you so much,
friendships.
everybody. You guys are so great. As we do, we love to end the show. That's right. We love to end the show with a joke because it helps add a little humor. Humor is the spice of life, and Edgar Allan Poe said that. So the joke we're going to end out with tonight is knock, knock, knock,
Who's there?
pizza.
Pizza.
Do you want a pizza, my heart? Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for tonight's show. That is the last talk show. Make sure to subscribe, comment, like, follow, all that good stuff. We're going to see you next time. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Hey, it made you laugh. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Thank you. Y'all are great. Clap it up for them. They're great.